90-day fiancé. Signs Andrei's still too controlling with Libby. They announced a big relationship milestone and he got American citizenship, but are they really happy together? Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Alina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. 90-day fiancé star Andrei Castravet is calling the shots in his relationship with Elizabeth Libby Potthast in more ways than one, despite recently celebrating a major milestone together in the US. The couple met on a dating app while Libby was vacationing in Dublin, Ireland. After meeting in person, they fell in love, and Libby applied for Andrei's K-1 visa to get married in America. However, difficulties were never not a part of the couple's storyline, as Libby's family suspected Andrei of having ulterior motives. Despite her family's doubts, Libby and Andrei got married in 2017. Soon, Libby and Andrei welcomed their first child, a daughter named Andrei Castravet. This sparked growing concerns within Libby's family, especially since Andrei chose to stay at home rather than find a source of income. Tensions escalated between the couple. They often argued over his inability to support the family financially. Despite these challenges, they remained committed to each other. Over time, Andrei earned his real estate license in Florida and began to make strides in his career. He recently launched an online marketing business. In October 2022, the couple welcomed a son, Winston Castravet. Andrei seems self-absorbed. Andrei's the only main character in his storyline. Andrei's content lately screams about him being too obsessed with himself. It is evident whenever Andrei decides to show off his body. He was just casually prepping for a Thanksgiving feast in September 2024 because he needed a 60-day notice to eat that much. Libby's comment, "Big Daddy," on the same post seemed like a desperate attempt to get her husband's attention, since the other comments were from his female fans showering compliments on their King of Moldova. The comments that Andrei gets from his admirers on his thirst trap pictures motivate him to do better and share more of such content. Andrei doesn't need Elizabeth's generic comments to give him an ego boost when he is working hard at the tennis court, practicing his moves. Andrei has even hired a coach to teach him tennis, while his fans like Ray_, I'm trying to grab his attention by commenting, "You start hitting the gym again?" Andrei and Libby just celebrated 10 years of partnership. Andrei's got his American citizenship. Meanwhile, Libby recently announced a significant milestone with her partner. She posted a video of herself dancing with Andrei, revealing that they will be celebrating a decade of being together in 2025. Libby wrote, "Going into 2025 with the same person I fell in love with in 2015, showing off that they have been by each other's side for 10 years. Libby described their journey using the song Forever by Chris Brown, suggesting she and Andrei would remain together forever. Libby's making sure that her husband never strays. Libby isn't speaking to a lot of family members. Andrei's tried to alienate Libby from her loved ones. Andrei described them as a cult. He could have been joking, but maybe he was controlling her a bit too much and sealing her off from her family. Andrei making Libby's family sound toxic when they are just looking out for her makes him look manipulative. Andrei wishes to have the upper hand in the marriage so he can be in control, and he's achieving the task already. Libby has been dependent on her family for money and work in the past on 90-day fiancé, but Andrei's involvement in this dynamic has almost uprooted her from where she belongs. 90-day fiancé. Libby announces huge relationship milestone. With Andrei amid rumors he'll leave her since he has American citizenship. Libby Potthast from 90-day fiancé is celebrating 10 years of partnership with Andrei Castravet amid speculation that he may leave her now that he is an American citizen. The couple initially met in Dublin after connecting on a dating app. Their first meeting was successful, leading to Libby bringing Andrei to the United States on a K-1 visa. Their journey was documented in 90-day fiancé Season 5. Despite speculation that Andrei was using Libby to achieve his American dream, the couple got married in December 2017. In July 2024, Andrei officially became an American citizen. It's been 5 months since Andrei became an American citizen, and so far he hasn't shown any intention of leaving his American wife, indicating that he truly loves her. Meanwhile, Libby recently announced a significant milestone with her husband, Andrei. She posted a selfie video of herself dancing with Andrei, revealing that they will be celebrating a decade together in 2025. Libby wrote, "Going into 2025 with the same person I fell in love with in 2015, showing off that they have been together for 10 years. Along with the video, she used the song Forever by Chris Brown, suggesting she and Andrei will remain together forever. What does Libby, reaching a decade of partnership with Andrei, mean for their marriage? Andrei is committed to keeping all his promises to Libby. Due to his confrontational and disrespectful attitude on different 90-Day Fiancé spin-offs, Andrei has failed to gain many loyal fans. He is considered one of the villains of the franchise. However, his dedication to his marriage suggests that he may not be as deceitful as the show portrays. Despite often using harsh language towards his wife, Andrei's commitment to her appears genuine. His recent 10th anniversary with Libby suggests that he didn't intend to use her to achieve his American dream and has always respected his vows to her. Andrei and Libby have accomplished several milestones in the past 10 years together. They have bought their own house in Florida and welcomed 2 children, living the quintessential white picket fence dream. While initially, Andrei may have fallen in love with Libby as a means to escape his controversial past in Moldova, he is now committed to being the protector and provider for their family of 4. Despite being free to live independently in the United States, Andrei chooses to stay with Libby and pursue his American dream with her. Our take on Libby and Andrei, celebrating 10 years together. Libby and Andrei shut down all their critics. While Andrei and Libby may not have a perfect love story, their recent relationship milestone has solidified their status as one of the iconic couples of the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. This update silences those who have criticized their relationship and looked down on their love. With their 10th anniversary approaching in 2025, it's hoped that the network will feature them in a new season where they can update viewers on the latest developments in their marriage. It would be interesting to see if the 90-Day Fiancé alum still dislikes Libby's siblings, or if they have called a truce. 90-Day Fiancé, Andrei Castravet reveals if he's leaving Libby after American citizenship and describing her family as cult. Andrei Castravet from 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, recently posted beautiful family pictures, revealing whether he has left Libby Potthast after obtaining American citizenship. Originally from Moldova, Andrei moved to the United States to marry Libby, a Florida native. Despite family drama, the couple tied the knot in December 2017 and welcomed their first child, daughter Eleanor Castravet, in January 2019. More than 3 years later, Andrei and Libby had their second child, son Winston Castravet. Despite building a lovely family in recent years, there has been speculation that Andrei would leave Libby after becoming an American citizen. In July 2024, Andrei became an American citizen, which led to rumors that he might be planning to leave his American wife. However, Andrei has now shared stunning family pictures from Tampa, Florida, implying he is still with Libby and enjoying being a father to his 2 children. He posted photos of his family enjoying snow in Florida to kick off the holiday season. The Castravet family had fun on the winter slide, and the children took pictures with Santa. Alongside the photos, Andrei wrote, "We love snow and ice here in Florida." In the Instagram post, he also tagged his wife, Libby, suggesting she will always be his better half. What do Andrei's family pictures mean for his relationship with Libby? Andrei embraces his role as a dedicated husband and father. 90-Day Fiancé viewers are justified in speculating that Andrei may have had ulterior motives for marrying an American like his wife. He has often mistreated Libby during their time on the show, even cursing at her in his native language. In one instance, Andrei even demanded Libby ask her father to pay for their extravagant second wedding in Moldova. Libby's siblings also expressed doubts about Andrei's intentions, accusing him of being a gold digger. These actions have led fans to believe that Andrei doesn't truly love Libby and may only be staying with her to obtain American citizenship. However, the Moldovan native has proven his critics wrong. Despite his hot temper and aggressive attitude, recent pictures of Andrei with his wife and children suggest he loves them unconditionally. He appears proud of the life he has built in the United States since moving here 7 years ago. While there may continue to be speculation about his motives for marrying Libby, as of December 2024, he is truly committed to spending his whole life with her. Although his relationship with his in-laws may still be strained, he's happy in his roles as a devoted husband and responsible father. Our take on Andrei's happy family pictures with Libby. Andrei prefers Libby keeps her distance from her siblings. Andrei and Libby may not be a perfect couple, but they are well suited to each other. While they're currently happily married, circumstances could change in the future. If Libby keeps a healthy distance from her family, whom Andrei views as a cult, they'll likely continue to have a happy marriage. However, if Libby becomes closer to her siblings, Andrei, who is now self-sufficient, no longer relies on her father for financial support and is an American citizen, may start considering leaving her. Hopefully, the 90-day fiancé, happily ever after, couple will be able to sustain their happiness in marriage. 90-day fiancé. I think Libby's just fooling herself about Andrei. He got American citizenship because of her, but he could be hard to live with. I think 90-day fiancé star Libby Potthast Castravet wears rose-colored glasses sometimes, looking for the best in a husband, Andrei Castravet, who often treats her badly. A lot of people in relationships put up with more than they should. In matters of love, it's a fine line between compromising and being a doormat. While I respect Libby and feel that she's a fundamentally good person, who's perhaps been too dependent on her family for money and employment in the past, I don't always trust Andrei. The thing is, I actually think Andrei loves Libby. It's just that he's such a hothead. Sometimes Andrei can't help but freak out, and when he does, he may really hurt his wife. It reminds me of that Rolling Stones song, Under My Thumb, where Mick Jagger brags about taming a woman who used to be more independent. I don't want Libby to live with the kind of rudeness and male chauvinism that I saw on screen. Is Andrei just pretending that he reformed? He may be mean and rude behind the scenes. For years, Andrei's given the men of the world lessons, showing them how not to treat a woman. Whether he's rudely ordering the long-suffering Libby to cursing at her in his native tongue, or cutting her off from her own family, which he described as a cult, as per US Magazine, he is so out there. The fact that he'll do this stuff while the cameras roll is actually a bit disturbing. Sure, Andrei's crazy like a fox, as the saying goes. He's more than intelligent enough to know that his ongoing fame is tied to acting out. Behaving badly is his personal brand. Thanks to physical fights with Libby's brother, Charlie Potthast, using her dad Chuck Potthast, who got treated like a human ATM, and bossing her around, he's become a villain. He's rewarded with clout and fame, so maybe he doesn't see a problem with what he does. I think Andrei's built a pretty nice life for himself in the US of A. He can enjoy frequent workouts. He can go on holidays. He can pose for happier-than-ever family portraits with Libby and their 2 children, showing the world that he's got it made. Andrei has an ego, but most people do. That's not why I have a problem with him. I just worry that Libby gets talked down to a lot and internalizes a lot of pain. Now, he's grabbed the brass ring. American citizenship, however, he took advantage of some people, steamrolling them in pursuit of his goal. Hopefully, his intentions with Libby are not of the green card hunting variety. Libby is a strong woman. She's birthed 2 babies. She raises them. She records nursery rhymes. Libby's worked in the property management business for years. She is a reality star. She is more than Andrei's wife, and I don't want her to feel like she has to do everything he says. Obviously, she's been head over heels in love with this guy from day one. Maybe now and then she loses herself and feels a sense of emptiness. That's what happens when a person lives with a cruel partner. What's most troubling about Andrei is that he's hot and cold. I think that when he's happy, he's probably the most loving and passionate partner around. He probably love bombs Libby like nobody's business. But when the rain falls, he could be a nightmare. If life gets hard, Andrei may lash out, saying mean things that Libby can never forget, no matter how hard she tries. If that's the case, she's living out a heaven and hell dynamic that may be taking its toll. 90-day fiancé star. Libby is a sweet person, but she may be kidding herself sometimes, desperately believing in a man who makes her feel like she just isn't good enough. If Andrei really loves her, and I believe he does, he should be gentler. They share 2 wonderful children, Eleanor and Winston, and no one wants to be berated all the time. It's demeaning, and she has never, ever deserved it. I think Andrei can do better than what I saw on screen. A lot of fans are probably rooting for Libby, really wanting her to be happy. Can Andrei actually be any kind of Prince Charming for her? Maybe not. Based on what's been showcased on TV, the photogenic influencer Libby has to push down her anger all the time. While the benefits of being with Andrei may outweigh the drawbacks, on bad days, she may wonder exactly what she's gotten herself into. I hope she understands how powerful she is as a person and doesn't define herself based on what Andrei thinks. I want the 90-day fiancé celeb to be her own person. 90-day fiancé. I see signs that Andrei and Libby's life isn't so perfect anymore. He got American citizenship, but there are still red flags. 90-day fiancé star Andrei Castravet rose to fame by lashing out on screen, and although he tries to showcase his perfect life with Libby Potthast, I think he's hiding real problems in their marriage. Andrei just got American citizenship, and the brash Moldovan appears to be extremely content these days. However, it has to be said that Andrei carries a lot of anger. He's a hothead who's frequently irate. In fact, Andrei tends to go berserk when he feels slighted. His hair-trigger temper is the reason why Andrei's an iconic franchise villain. Andrei has greatly benefited from his romance with Libby, whose family, including her father, the scandal-prone Chuck Potthast, appears to be well-to-do. Libby seems to love Andrei a lot. That's why she puts up with his temper tantrums, put-downs, and more. These days, as a full-fledged American, Andrei seems to be living the life of his dreams. He spends a lot of time at the gym, goes on beachy vacations, and enjoys the meals that Libby lovingly prepared for him. However, in my experience, a leopard does not change its spots. Is Andrei still an angry man? He may not be any different now. Andrei's highly invested in making his romance with Libby seem like a forever match, and it might be, but that doesn't mean Libby's happy all the time. Andrei is very extra. For years, Libby's been dealing with his outbursts. The sad truth is that he's often very rude to his wife. Andrei sort of embodies the spirit of old-timey male chauvinism. Maybe he doesn't feel superior, but often it seems like he believes he's the man of the house and that he knows what's best. Libby is seemingly forced into a submissive role as Andrei's such a strong personality. One example is Andrei's constant swearing in Russian. He really unloads, and one Russian-speaking Redditor, while commenting on a r/90-day fiancé uncensored thread, said that the words Andrei uses around his family are really offensive. That social media user stated, "I was watching the clothes folding scene, and those little blah or blaya or nah, abbreviation for a really bad word, are all really, really vulgar and crass cursing words. It's hilarious to hear they bleep out the American F words, but leave out the so much core vulgar Russian curses." Now, he might swear a blue streak, but not directed at his wife. Lots of people swear. I have personally dropped some F-bombs, sometimes for comic effect, and other times just to strongly emphasize my, sentiments. However, Andrei's gone beyond swearing to get a reaction. He's put down his long-suffering spouse. Everyone gets mad sometimes, and that's fine. It's just that Andrei has had more than his fair share of aggressive moments. He once got into a physical fight while he was supposed to be enjoying dinner with the Potthasts. Near the swimming pool, Libby's brother Charlie Potthast offended Andrei, who sprang into action. The two alpha males fought like wild animals in the jungle, ruining a hamburger party. Andrei even swore at Libby's sister. Watch the drama boil over in the 90-Day Fiancé at YouTube clip shown below. The problems between Andrei and his family really hit critical mass back then, but nothing has changed. And that's why I believe that he and Libby aren't completely happy. To US Weekly, Andrei described Libby's family as a cult. It was framed as a joke, but it's likely he believes it. Libby and Andrei are a problematic pair who only talk to a few Pothasts now. This kind of damage is likely Andrei's fault. His desire to get money and other perks from his in-laws, even though he obviously disrespected them, was a shining example of a vulgar and mercenary attitude. Andrei should be more grateful for what he's given. The trolls still get a rise out of Andrei. He has trouble dealing with criticism. Libby and Andrei get some shade. Fans don't always appreciate Andrei's lack of refinement. He seems to go too low sometimes, giving into the ugliest aspects of being a human being, the things we're supposed to try to avoid. However, Andrei still gets angry when he's challenged by 90DF fans who clearly have a big problem with his antics. In the Instagram post above, he said that no one's ever rude to him in person. He thinks they don't have the courage. In 8 years of reality fame, they've never said mean things to him in public. It is cowardly to diss someone so brutally online, but never confront them directly. Maybe, but most fans who are keyboard warriors operate this way. It's much easier to be mean when you're not looking someone in the eye, when they can't really answer back. In a real-life confrontation, a troll might also get some criticism. While Andres responded to his critics in the past, he and Libby seem to prefer joking.